In the life of every leader, there comes a moment where power meets purpose. For SARA 𝓓𝓮𝓼𝓽𝓲𝓷𝔂, that moment isn't just a political crossroads, it's written into her very numbers. The Destiny Matrix tells a story bigger than politics, bigger than any family legacy. It reveals a woman literally coded for law, order, governance, and even spiritual leadership. But behind that powerful exterior, there's a deeper assignment. A mission she can't run from, to build systems without breaking people, to lead without losing herself. Today, we're going to walk through her Destiny Matrix. And by the end of this journey, you won't look at her the same way again. Let's start with the architecture of her soul. SARA carries a rare combination in her matrix. A 4+5 personality. On one side, you have the power builder. On the other, the system keeper. In corporate terms, this is someone designed to be the CEO of a nation, strategic, structured, rule-bound, and completely at home in the worlds of governance, law, and policy. But this isn't just about protocols and paperwork. Deep in her coding, she carries karma, the 16th of October 21, the energy of a spiritual priest. This is the mark of a past life leader, a keeper of secret knowledge who didn't fully complete their work. What that means is, in this lifetime, she's not allowed to stay purely transactional. She is required to teach, to guide, and to enlighten, not to hide, suppress, or isolate her deeper knowing. She also holds global thinking energy, which positions her to influence not just cities or regions, but entire nations and international platforms. And on top of all that, she carries a heavy money on power blueprint. The 51419 Millionaire Program, Fortune 10, and Prosperity 19. This is high-capacity energy for wealth, resources, and influence, but it comes with equally high accountability. Her matrix is like a power plant. But what happens when a power plant has no controls? The risks are also right there in her coding. Tendencies toward revenge, dogmatism, abuse of authority, issues with messy documentation, and an over-control that can easily slide into elite. If this isn't managed correctly, it could be her downfall. But if handled the right way, she becomes a unifier, a teacher, and a systems architect capable of healing on a national level. Now, let's talk about how she actually processes the world, how she thinks, leads, and decides. When SARA steps into a situation, her default setting is logic, structure, and strategy. She's the kind of leader who walks into a crisis and immediately starts building a plan before emotions even have a chance to enter the room. Her strengths are crystal clear. She builds systems almost effortlessly. She has a deep ability to read people. She can be strategic, decisive, and highly reliable. And she's wired to be an excellent orator and teacher. That's why when you talk to her, you often walk away feeling seen, understood, and strangely safe. But like all powerful energies, there's a leadership challenge. Her strong sense of responsibility can morph into micromanagement. Her high ideals can harden into rigidity, and her expectations, which are usually higher than most people's capacity, can lead to disappointment, distance, and withdrawal. She creates structure to protect, but if it's unbalanced, that same structure can become a cage. The strategic advice written into her matrix is simple but hard-hitting. Use your power to govern systems, not control people. Be strict on principles, but be soft on humans. Now let's go deeper into her life mission and karmic programs. The Matrix doesn't sugarcoat this. SARA carries unfinished spiritual work from a past life. Once upon a time, whether you see that literally or symbolically, she held sacred knowledge. And somewhere along the way, that knowledge was either misused or the mission wasn't completed. What's the effect of this today? When she shuts down her spiritual side, when her approach becomes purely technical, political, or rational, life pushes back hard. The patterns look like this: sudden illness, emotional breakdowns, crises after crises, and that heavy, familiar feeling of, I'm not living my life. She also carries the scenario of concealing knowledge. When she hides her true gifts, her intuition and spiritual insight, the universe doesn't just let it slide. It forces exposure through events, losses, and disruptions. So what's the prescription from the Matrix? Keep studying and keep teaching. Practice and trust your intuition. Travel to high energy meaningful places. And most importantly, blend your material and spiritual purpose. This is why, at her core, she's more than just a politician. She's designed to be a teacher of systems, a guardian of ethics, and a kind of spiritual guide in disguise, operating inside the messy world of power and governance. Let's move to her talents. Gifts that make her unusually powerful. From the god line in her matrix, she carries the archpriest energy. This means she builds order, structures knowledge into rules and frameworks, and teaches through real stories and real cases. She has the gift to create integrity and harmony. She also carries temptation energy. She sees people's shadows, their addictions, their weaknesses, their compromises with surprising clarity. She's charismatic, with a strong sense of humor and presence. When used positively, she can help others break their own destructive habits. And finally, she has fortune energy. She's naturally in the flow. The right doors open when she acts from alignment, not from force. She's not built for small, boxed-in routine work. She thrives in missions and projects where timing and fate play a big part. From her mother's line, she inherits mercy, leadership, and freedom. From her father's line, she carries wisdom, the philosopher, the psychologist. She also gets another dose of fortune, energy, and prosperity, a solar energy of optimism, joy, and success through work she genuinely loves, especially in public roles with youth and communities. This means she's built for policy, leadership, education, psychology, and international advocacy. Where does she not fit? In any role that is purely ceremonial or passive, where she's just a symbol or a placeholder. She wasn't built to just occupy a chair. She was built to architect systems from that chair. Now, let's look at her destiny timeline. From ages 22 to 40, she was coded for global work, international exposure, and big, bold projects building her empire, from family to career, with a strong mission to constantly learn and then teach. From 40 to 60, the pressure doesn't decrease. It escalates. This is her window for prosperity through creativity and joy, for repeating her law and teacher mission on a much bigger platform, and for leading not just for a small circle, but for the welfare of many. In simple terms, this is her peak window of influence. Her money channels reflect that. Abundance can flow through unusual occupations, through children and education, through travel and movement, and through spiritual guidance and service, as long as her boundaries and pricing are healthy. But the blockages are also clear: dogmatism, aggression, workaholism, and perfectionism. The money strategy for someone like her is mission first, integrity always, clean documents, fair pricing, no martyrdom, and no undercharging in the name of service. Let's shift now to relationships and family, where power meets intimacy. Her matrix shows a strong, authoritarian mother archetype. This energy often creates daughters who grow up carrying male roles, overfunctioning, and finding it hard to receive help. Her ideal partner blueprint is fascinating. She's drawn to someone wise, observant, and philosophical, someone calm and deep rather than flashy. But the risks are real. Partners who are emotionally distant, cold, secretive, or detached. Her children, in their coding, aren't just kids. They are her teachers. They are the ones who will help her to soften, to let go of outdated control patterns, and to open up to new beginnings. Let's talk about health, because the body always keeps the score. Her weak points cluster around the brain and the head, anxiety and At an energetic level, the main causes are over-control, disappointment, anger, and overwork. When she strays from her true mission, the body sends louder and louder messages. When she realigns with her purpose, healing happens faster. So the health strategy isn't a nice-do of, it's structural. Daily decompression, intentional time away from gadgets and politics, and regular check-ins are essential. So, how does all this translate into a playbook? For someone with this matrix, the mission is clear. Be a teacher, a system architect, and a spiritual guide. Not every major decision should pass 3 filters. Is it truthful and legal? Does it unify rather than divide? Is it aligned with her health and her family's well-being? In her public voice, She is at her best when she is tough on issues, but soft on people, firm in truth but guided by wisdom, not by ego. At the end of the day, SARA DUTERTE's destiny, as written in her matrix, is not about conquering a nation. It's about helping to lead it into alignment, not through fear, but through wisdom, clarity, unity, and truth. Her soul contract is demanding but simple. Use power cleanly. Use knowledge openly. Heal systems, and guide people. If she walks that path fully, she doesn't just become a political leader. She becomes a force of transformation. And maybe, just maybe, her story invites all of us to ask ourselves, isn't it the same for us? That your destiny is not defined by where you start, but by what you choose to honor inside yourself every single time your own power and purpose meet. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the architecture of destiny.